Well, today I don't have my survival pack. Julia took my car to Topeka for a dog show. And I was like, man, what if it was a survival situation? It's been a while since I've done a hand drill fire, but I think I've still got it. I have here just some jute rope that I untwisted, and now I'm separating out the fibers, fluffing it up for a fire. And just to prove that this is a recent video, Alexa, what is today's date?
Today is Saturday, August 27th.
Today's Saturday, August 27th. Alright, I'll be back once I finish getting this bird's nest ready. Alexa, what's today's date? What's today's date?
Today is Saturday, August 27th.
Okay. I got myself some water here. Now this is some materials that I sourced myself. This is yucca. This is horseweed. I've probably lit about 50 something hand drill fires just with this spindle. So that spindle's got a lot of history. Here's the tinder bundle I just made. And all my knives are in the car, so I don't really have any of those. This is a fillet knife that should probably be in my bugout bag. I'm not entirely sure why it's not, but you know, it's just like in a survival situation. Maybe I lost all my knives except just this fillet knife. Now, generally I only use fillet knives for fish, but it's what you got, it's what you got. Mostly what I'm doing right now is just making sure I still remember how and practicing technique. I know that I sourced all this stuff myself. I used jute for the bird's nest, but I mean, I could have just as easily used grass or whatever was available, bark. In a true survival situation, I'd probably have to dry these materials out in the sun for a day or two, maybe even up to 3 days. Well, my camera gave out. I ran out of space on my computer. Alexa, what's today's date?
Today is Saturday, August 27th.
Still August 27th. I've got my Tinder bundle here, my punk pile, my spindle and hearth. It took me a little bit to get them married together, but they are married together now. Happily. Let's see if we can't get that coal. Gonna need to take a little break. Anybody ever asks me why I wear that gaiter on my head, this is why. I hate when sweat comes into my eyes and I can't fucking see what I'm doing. But I don't have my gaiter either. That's also in Topeka. Alexa, what day is it today?
Today is Saturday, August 27th, 2022.
Still August 27th. What happened was I drilled straight through my board. I've got about 1 millimeter or so left, so I had to start a new hole. But that punk is what's the valuable part. There's my coal. If you look here, I completely drilled through that board there. That's about 1/3 of the way through. It started that quick because I'd been drilling so much on this spindle. I got through a lot of the carbon. Carbon's one of the hardest elements in the world. So I got through the carbon and I got the spindle end heated up. So half my work was done for me. Now we're just going to scoop up this coal and put it in my tinder bundle. there you have it. All I used was a knife, but I probably could have used flint instead. See all the sweat on my forehead? Took me, I'm gonna say, I don't know what the time index on the video is right now, but I think it's probably been under 20 minutes. And that doesn't mean just anybody can go out and start a friction fire with just some rocks and sticks. Those pieces of wood were seasoned. They were harvested by me. Can you do it in the world, in the nature? Sure. Like if those pieces, they're both prairie desert plants, so if it's been really dry for a week or two, yeah, it's possible. If there's not too bad insect damage, sure, it'll be hard enough, but that comes with years and years of practice, so you got to practice and learn how to do it before you get into a survival situation. The jute, I mean, you could say it's cheating or whatever. Jute, all that is a naturally dried out. It's actually not yeah, it is naturally dried out. It's naturally dried out. It's woven together, twisted together. You can just as easily use grass. I have. You can use birch bark. I have. You can use cedar bark. I have. All these barks work. All these grasses work. Jute is basically just a grass. So yeah, there's no chemicals added. So I don't think there's any chemicals added, but like I said, you can pretty much use anything as long as it's dry. Moisture is your enemy when doing friction fires. If your wood is just 15% moist, it probably won't catch. It has to be bone dry. You can touch it to your cheek. If it feels cold, it's probably damp or not bone dry. You can use a bow drill fire with slightly wetter wood, but the drier the better with any friction fire. Anyway, I'm gonna get off of here before this video is like 30 minutes long. Practice, practice, practice.